Water's expensive, bro. I'm taking it back to the hotel, man.
I thought you were hiding it so that it wouldn't be on camera, but I'm like, there's one there and you can't see. Okay.
No.
You're just stealing water.
I'm just stealing water.
Hotels are expensive.
Bro, telling me.
So it's been a little confusing few months for you and your brother. Can you talk to me a little bit about just the mix, not the mix-up, but the change with your fight and now the change with his fight? Just talk to me a little bit about that process.
Yeah, it's just like old times, you know, back at the playground. Sometimes I'm not ready to fight, so my brother goes and steps in and fights for me.
Did you kind of know that this was going to happen when he stepped in for you? Did he already have this fight booked? Was it kind of a swapping, or was this just completely coincidental that now he needs you?
It was just coincidental. You know, we were really confident that my brother could have put De Lima away. You know, I've seen my brother knock out top 10 heavyweight boxers, and after going out on a bender, you know what I mean. So, man, he can knock anyone out in any given night. So we weren't planning on him not taking this fight. So when we went back to Australia, we seen the severity of his injury, and I told him, man, I'll go and check myself, and if they say I'm ready, I could be ready by fight night, I'll take the fight and do a solid for him.
What kind of advice did he give you for this opponent, and what advice did you give him for that opponent?
Not much. We always share thoughts during camp, and we're obviously both in camp anyway, so a lot of things we already knew, kind of thing. We just had to change it, you know, for the relevant fighter.
Are you always going to make sure that you're not fighting on the same card, so you can always be each other's backup for the rest of your career?
Who knows? What if both our opponents pull out? We'll fight each other on that same night.
Would you?
Of course, man, and I have to win. I'm the older brother.
I was just going to say, who would win? How would that fight go? How many times have you guys actually fought legitimately?
Not too many, actually. You know, me and Junior, I got three brothers, and we're usually the ones. I usually used to just bash them back in the days, but now he'll probably get it over me.
How do you see that fight going with you and your brother? How would he win? How would you win?
I could beat him anyway. Nah. He'll probably ankle lock me or something, you know? Walls of Jericho or something.
What do you think of your opponent?
Yeah, I think he's a good fighter, Karl Williams. You know, he's good at what he does. Heavy grappling style, so yeah.
How do you expect this fight going? Do you see it going the full 3 rounds, or do you think you can get in and out of there pretty quick?
I feel like I'm going to get to showcase, you know, my all-round game. I keep saying this every fight, but I think this fight will definitely show, like, all the grappling I've been doing. You know, I hope it's all not in vain. But I think I'll put him away maybe late in the first or second.
Looking ahead, I know you don't want to look too far past an opponent, but what kind of goals have you set for yourself for this year?
By the end of this year, I really want to be in the top 15, knocking onto the top 10. Like I said before, obviously De Lima was a ranked opponent, and that was my plan to knock him out, and then look for another guy there just above the top 10, and then hopefully make my way down. But yeah, hopefully like knocking on the top 10.
Last question for me. There's a new sponsor behind you, SheerTex, which I'm not sure if you're aware, but that's tights. So I'm just curious, have you requested your free pair of tights yet?
I can never fit the tights, man. You see my legs? These are tree trunks, man. Unless they got someones that fit me, I will. But I'm all for the freebies.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Justin, what the hell happened at UFC 298?
Pardon?
What happened at UFC 298? Like during the weigh-ins? Like, so did you injure your knee prior to that week, or was it during like fight week that?
Yeah, no, I think it was during fight week on the Tuesday. Honestly, it's hard. I kind of put it down to just the body just not being right with the travel. I think we got in on Monday. Man, if we fly like 15 hours, then another 2 hours or something, when you're my body sitting in the middle seat, you know what I mean? My shoulders are touching each other, and then I have to go out and try to fight, man. My body just wasn't right, and we learned from that, you know, like really got to make sure all the muscles and everything have all been stretched out rather than just sitting in the seat. You know, I can barely fit in the plane toilets, bro, so.
How disappointing was it, right? Like you already mentioned, he was your ticket into the top 15. You traveled all that way. It was a big pay-per-view, big fight. Just how disappointing were you?
Yeah, very disappointed. You know what I mean? When you fight in early Feb, it means you got to go into camp during Christmas and New Year's, and it was my birthday. My birthday's in December. My son's birthday, my father's birthday, and my partner's birthday all in December. You know what I mean? So I miss everything because all my thoughts are on my opponent. You know, I'm present, but I'm not present. So I feel like I've been in camp for almost 4 months. So I'm just ready to go in there and just show all the training I've done.
So are you going to celebrate all those birthdays after this fight?
Honestly, I want to stay active, man. I want to fight in soon, yeah.
Gotcha. And then finally for me, what do you say to all the people that don't like pineapple on their pizza?
Oh man, I didn't get it, man. Extra pineapple on Hawaiian pizza, bro. Come on. Appreciate it, bro.
How's a big guy like you not win the battle of the middle seats, getting the armrest?
Man, I had 2 old ladies next to me, and I'm just like, damn, man. Anyone else, I would just freaking. But they're like, oh, hey, young man. I'm like, oh, you got me already. Here, I have my Tim Tams that they gave me. You can have oh.
That's got to be rough. You're too polite.
Man, it's the elderly people, you know. Got to show respect.
When you spoke about the travel and coming over here, granted, it's not the T-Mobile. There's not going to be a lot of fans, but you travel a long distance to come to the Apex. Is it still special coming over here, flying over to Vegas and fighting in the Apex here?
Always fighting for the UFC is always a blessing. Man, it's the pinnacle of sport, whether there's 50,000 people or no one. You know, it's still fighting the best guys in the world and showcasing all that I have to offer.
And you've always been a crowd favorite. Is there always like a big gathering back home of people watching your fights? Yeah,
man. Both my parents are like 1 or 13 plus, you know, so I got heaps of cousins that always sit there and watch early hours of the morning or whatever time that on a Sunday in Australia and New Zealand and Samoa, and I always feel that support.
I love it. Last for me, your keys to the victory. What needs to happen to make sure that you get your arm raised on Saturday?
I think I just need to focus on myself, just stick to the game plan that we have, just stay patient. You know, I don't chase the knockouts come. So every time I've tried to chase the knockouts, they just don't seem to come. So I've kind of matured throughout my career, and I'm learning what's good for me and what's not, and I get to showcase that again on Saturday.
And I forgot, when you said that you've been working on your game plan, and you said that you want to showcase your grappling. I mean, there's nothing that people enjoy more than 2 heavyweights grappling, you know. So is that really something? I mean, do you feel like you want to showcase more? Do you feel like as a heavyweight you don't get to showcase more?
You got me, bro. You got me. I just took his shit. Nah. I don't want to showcase too much grappling where it's just one of those hugging for 15 minutes, but I want to showcase that I can negate the wrestling if I need to, and I can use offensive wrestling if I need to, or grappling if I need to. But ultimately, my plan is not just to go in there and lay and pray.
Awesome. Can't wait to see it. Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you, bro. Cheers.